Today we shall discuss the modulus of a function, or simply called modulus of x is simply called y equals to mod x. We write like this: y equal to mod x. This is also called absolute value function. Now let's see what is a absolute value function. Let us draw the real line, and here is the point 0, here is a point 6, and here is a point -6. So what is the distance between 0 and 6? We know that it's 6 unit. Similarly, the distance between 0 and -6 is also 6 unit. Clear? So modulus of any real number actually denotes the distance of the real number from the point 0 on a real line. Clear? So modulus of any function, modulus of any real number denotes the distance of that real number from the point 0 on real line. So we can see that the distance of the real number 6 from the point 0 is 6, and the distance of the real number -6 from the point 0 is also 6. So we say that mod 6, that is its distance from 0, is 6. Similarly, mod of -6 is also 6, because -6, the distance of -6 from 0 is also 6. Now we see that if we write mod 7, the result will be 7. Mod 8, the result will be 8, and so on. So if any value inside the mod is greater than 0, see that 7 is greater than 0, 8 is greater than 0. So if any value inside the mod is greater than 0 or greater than equals to 0, and we remove the mod, then there is no change. That is mod 7, when mod is removed, it remains 7. Mod 8, when mod is removed, it remains 8. So we can say that mod x equals to x for x greater than equals to 0. So if x is non-negative and we remove the mod, then there is no change in x. Now let's see what will happen in case of -6. We write -6 equal to 6, and we assume this 6 is coming from the relation minus of -6. Now instead of -6, if we put x, then what will be the relation? For -6 I am putting x, and here is a minus sign, and for this -6 again I am putting x. So mod x equal to -x when x is less than 0. So mod x equal to -x for x less than 0. So see that y equals to mod x, if we analyze like this, y equal to mod x implies that y equal to x for x greater than equals to 0, and y equal to -x for x less than 0. Now let us try to draw the graph of mod x. We have already seen y equal to mod x means y equal to x for x greater than equals to 0, and y equal to -x for x less than equals to 0. So let us draw the graph of y equal to x. So we know that y equal to x is a line passing through the origin like this. Now see that y equals to x, this graph is valid only when x is greater than equals to 0. And when x is greater than equals to 0, see that this one is origin, here x is 0, and in this direction x is greater than equals to 0. So when x is greater than equals to 0, the graph is like this. So we only take the part of the graph, part of the line y equal to x, which lies on first quadrant. Now we shall consider the graph of y equal to minus x, and y equal to minus x is a graph like this. Now when y equal to minus x is valid, when x is less than 0, and see that where x is less than 0, here is the point 0, and in this direction x is less than 0. So when x is less than 0, we only take this part of the graph. So practically if we draw the graph of y equal to mod x, it looks like this. Now from the graph we can say that this one is the graph of y equal to mod x, and we know that domain of a function is all possible values of x. Now see that what are the all possible values of x when x goes up to infinity, and the curve is going like this, and when x goes to minus infinity, the curve is going like this. So x can take any value from minus infinity to plus infinity. So the domain of the function is the set of real number, or we can say that minus infinity less than x less than plus infinity is the domain of the function. Now if you consider the range of the function, what is range? Range is all possible values of y. Now see that y is taking the value 0, and the function is going like this in both sides. That is, y is extending from 0 to plus infinity. So we can say that the range is, it can take the value 0 and it's extending up to plus infinity. So we can say that the set of all non-negative real number is the range of the function. The set domain is all real number, and the range is the set of all non-negative real number. Now we shall discuss the nature of mod x. So to discuss the nature of mod x, let us first draw the real line which is extending from minus infinity to plus infinity, and here is the point 0. Now let us discuss what will happen if we take mod x less than or equal to 6. Now think that here is the point 6 and here is the point minus 6. Now if you take any value lying between minus 6 and plus 6, is mod value must be less or equal to 6. Now see that here is a point 5 whose mod value is 5 because 5 is positive. Here is a point minus 5 whose mod value is again 5 which is less than 6. So if you take any value lying between minus 6 and plus 6, the mod value must be less than 6. So it implies that minus 6 is less or equal to x is less or equal to 6. So and if we remove the equality sign, here we also remove the equality sign. That is, mod x less than 6 means x should lie between minus 6 and plus 6. So in general, if we say that mod x less than k, where k is any real number, it implies that minus k is less than x is less than k. Now let's see when mod x is greater than equals to k. Let us suppose here is the point minus k and here is the point plus k. Now if you take any value at the right of k, so let us suppose let us take with 6 and we consider mod x greater than 6. Here it's minus 6. Now if you take any value at the right of 6, maybe 7, 8, so what are their mod values? Here is 7. So mod 7 equal to 7. Here is 8. So mod 8 equals to 8. Now see that all mod values are greater than 6. So any point at the right of 6 has mod value greater than 6. Now here is the point minus 7. So mod minus 7 is again 7. Again this mod value is greater than 6. So mod x greater than 6 implies that x may lie at the left of minus 6 or at the right of plus 6. So how we can denote this? Minus infinity less than x less or equal to 6 union 6 is less or equal to x less than infinity. Clear? So in general what we can write, mod x greater than k implies that minus infinity less than x less or equal to, here it's minus 6 minus k union k is less or equal to x less than infinity, that is at the left of k and at the right of k. Again if we take mod x equal to k, then what does it mean? Implies that x equal to plus minus k. Clear? Remember, where k is any positive value, k is any non-negative value. Now let us discuss a mod function like this, mod of x minus 2. Let us take mod of x minus 2. Now we see that if any value is inside the mod which is positive or non-negative, then if we remove the mod, then there is no change. Now if you consider x greater than equals to 2, then what will happen? Greater than equals to 2 minus 2. So I am getting a value inside mod which is either 0 or positive, that is greater than 2 minus 2. It's positive, equal to 2 minus 2, it is 0. So when x is greater than 2, we are getting a value inside the mod which is non-negative, and if there is a non-negative value inside the mod and we remove the mod, we know that there is no change. So what we can write? Y equal to x minus 2. When x is greater than 2, then y equal to x minus 2. Now let's see what will happen when x is less than 2. So less than 2 minus 2, we are getting a negative value inside the mod, and if we are getting a negative value inside the mod, just to remember that mod of minus 6 equal to minus of minus 6. That is, when we are getting a negative value inside the mod and we remove the mod, then we put again a negative sign before the negative value. That means mod x, if we put minus 6 for x, then we shall get this like. So mod x equal to minus x when x is less than 0. Now here I am getting x is less than 0. Inside the mod the value is less than 0. So the form of the function is minus of x minus 2, that is 2 minus x. Now let us draw the graph of the function mod of x minus 2. Here is our y-axis and x-axis. Now see that when the function is 0, the function is 0 at the point 2. Clear? Now at the right of 0, at the right of 2, what is the form of the function? Y equal to x minus 2 at the right of 2. Now see what type of function is this. Y equal to x minus 2. That means y minus x equal to minus 2. Dividing both sides by minus 2, sorry, we are getting y by minus 2 minus x by minus 2 means x by 2 equal to 1. Just to remember the graph of the function, which is of the form x by a plus y by b equals to 1. It implies a straight line which cuts x-axis at a distance a from the origin and at a distance y-axis at a distance b from the origin. Now here is the line which cuts x-axis at a distance 2 from the origin. Here is the point. and cuts y-axis at a distance -2 from the origin. Here is the point -2y value. So the line is like this. Now the question is, when the line is valid? The line is valid at the right of 2. So at this position here at the right of 2, that is x is greater than 2, the graph is valid. So we erase this portion of the graph and draw the graph like this. So this one is when x is greater than 2. Now see that what is the other part of the function I am drawing here. Y equal to 2 minus x. That means y plus x equals to 2. That is y by 2 plus x by 2 equals to 1. So this one is the line which meets x-axis at a distance 2 units from the origin, and y-axis at a distance plus 2 units from the origin. Here is the point 2 and here is the point y equals to 2. So the graph is like this. Now the question is, when the graph is valid? The graph is valid when x is less than equals to 2, less than 2. So what is the portion when x is less than 2? At the left of 2, here we know that x is less than 2. So we erase this portion of the line and see that this one is the graph. Y equal to, see that this portion is the graph, y equal to mod of x minus 2. Similarly, if we want to draw the graph of y equal to mod of x plus 2, it will look like this. See that where it is 0? It is 0 at the point -2, and it goes like this at the left of -2 and the right of -2. So don't think that +2 means just here what we are doing. This one is exactly same as the graph of y equal to mod x. When y equal to mod x minus 2, we are shifting the graph at 2 unit right, and when y equal to mod x plus 2, we are shifting the graph 2 unit left. Now let us draw the graph of, instead of y equal to mod of x plus 2, here I am taking y equal to mod x plus 2 and y equal to mod x minus 2. Now see that how the graph is looking like. Y equal to mod x minus 2. Now see that these are the two axes. Here is the graph y equal to mod x. So this is y equal to mod x, we have already seen, and this one is the graph y equal to mod x plus 2. So that the distance between these two is always 2 unit. That means if we draw any line parallel to y axis, the line will intersect these two graphs twice, and between these two points of intersection the distance is always 2 unit. So this one is the graph of y equal to mod x plus 2. Similarly, y equal to mod x minus 2 is the graph like this. So that the distance between these two lines is always 2 unit. So we have seen that y equals to mod x plus 2 and y equal to mod x minus 2. Now we shall discuss the mod of some other function. Just to remember the graph of sin x. Sin x looks like this. Looks like an wave. Clear? Now if we want to draw the graph of, this one is the graph of y equal to sin x. Clear? Now if we want to draw the graph of y equal to mod sin x, let's see what will happen. The graph is looking like this. So see that what is this one is the graph of y equal to mod sin x. Now see that what is the difference between them. If there is any part of the graph which lies below x-axis, just you erase this part of the graph and draw a mirror image of this part with respect to x-axis. That is why I am drawing like this. Clear? So this one is the graph of y equal to mod sin x. Similarly, you can see that just if you remember the graph of y equal to, you can, any book you can check the graph of y equal to log x. Y equal to log x is a graph which looks like this. So this one is the graph of y equal to log x. Clear? Now let us suppose we want to draw the graph of y equal to mod log x. So what will happen? So this is the graph. Just we are erasing this part and drawing a mirror image of the part with respect to x-axis. So the graph will look like this. So this one is the graph of y equal to mod log x. Now see that we have already seen we have already learned in our previous class what is wavy curve method. So let's take an example of drawing the mod function based on wavy curve method. So let us take this expression x minus 2 into y equal to x minus 2 into x minus 3. We know that in real line this one is the point 2, this one is the point 3. And at the right of 3 the value of the expression is positive. Now who is separating? 3 is separating. 3 is coming from the factor x minus 3. What is the power? Power is 1. 1 is an odd number. So odd number means change. Here is the sign minus, and then who is separating? 2 is separating. Coming from which factor? X minus 2, whose power is again 1. So this one is again a change, that means positive. So the sign is, the graph is looking like this. Now see that if we draw the exact graph, here is the point 2 and here is the point 3. The graph will go like this. Clear? So at the left of 2 it's positive and goes up to infinity. See that it goes up to infinity. And at the right of 3 again it is positive and it goes up to infinity. So this one is the graph of y equal to x minus 2 into x minus 3. Now based on this, if we want to draw the graph of y equal to mod of x minus 2, y equal to mod of x minus 2 into x minus 3, let's see what will be the graph. This one is the part of the graph above x-axis, and we know that if there is any part of the graph above x-axis, then there is no change in its mod value. And below x-axis, what will happen? We just erase this part of the graph and draw a mirror image of this part with respect to x-axis. So the graph will look like this. So remember that this is the graph of y equal to mod of x minus 2 into x minus 3.